Hello guys, and welcome back to another video for FeatherPanel. So in today's video I will be making a small series about FeatherPanel, and in today's video what the series will be about is how to set up FeatherPanel. I will be showing you how to install FeatherPanel without Cloudflare tunnels, because people have some problems with Cloudflare tunnels, and how to get up your first node to be running. I will install both a node and the panel on the same VM. It's gonna be a virtual machine provided by me. So let's get into it. So first thing that you have to do is go on FeatherPanel.com and click on Get Started Free, and click on Copy and paste the command into your VM. That's it. Now you just have to wait. It's gonna install the specific requirements for FeatherPanel. Nice. So now that the installer has started. Firstly, what we are going to be installing is the panel. So let's just say one for panel. Now we have to install the panel, so we're going to say one again. Now we are just going to choose the release. I pretty much recommend you guys go with a stable release, but if you're just testing out FeatherPanel and you just want to mess around with it, I recommend you go with the second option, development build. Both of them are the same thing. Theoretically, just that the development build might have unfinished things, ugly UI, or some small bugs and problems. We are gonna go with stable, and this time we are gonna be using Nginx reverse proxy. Now we are gonna have to specify the domain. I will be using mythicguard.net, so you're gonna do mythicguard.net, for example. Gonna ask us if you want to use HTTPS. Please say yes. It's gonna warn us. Let's just say yes. This is just that I'm on a virtualization platform that's not officially supported by us. It should also work, but do note that I do recommend, in case if you get this error, to buy a VM from timeserverhost.de. They have the best KVMs, as we can see, at the best prices. You have a link in the description. But for now, we're just going to wait for FeatherPanel to install. Nice. After some time, we see that FeatherPanel has installed. Now it's going to install the SSL certification plugins, because we are going to be needing it. Let's just wait a moment. Nice. Now we're going to get a nice guide on how we have to set up the DNS records inside your DNS provider. I've already done that. Well, never mind, I haven't done that. Let me copy those. Nice. So now we also have the DNS with the help of Feather. Now we're just gonna wait a couple of minutes. Nice. Now let's just click enter. Let's see. Are we gonna get an SSL certificate or not? We just have to wait a bit. Nice, we got the SSL certificate. Nice, we got our reverse proxy, and nice, FeatherPanel is set up. Now it's gonna say installation complete, blah blah blah. Please wait 5 minutes before trying to access the panel, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Do note of this important: the first user who registers becomes an administrator. Now let's enter the admin area, the panel. Now we're gonna see here's FeatherPanel. Let's click on create a new account. Let me set up my new account. My new account at mythicguard.net. Let's use NaysKutzu and my password. Nice. So now we have the FeatherPanel installed. We can turn on Cloudflare proxy if we want right now. I recommend you guys do. Let's also do that for me, because then the server IP won't be leaked, and refresh. And now we should be on Cloudflare, I hope. Let's see. Yes, FeatherPanel gets recognized. Now, the first thing that you might want to do is set up the node. So head over to the admin area. You'll see here app URL mismatch. Click on update settings. And here, make sure to update it with your URL. Else, the emails that are going to be sending and wings configurations are not going to be configured the right way. Next, let's set up the locations. Click on locations, click on create new location, and let's name it location 1. Testing, and let's give it the English flag. The England flag. For now, we're just going to use game hosting. That's the England flag? Oh, England. Next, we have to click over here, or just go over here to the nodes. Both of them do the same thing. Now let's create our first node. Click on create node, and let's name it node 1. Here, give it a description if you want. I'm just gonna have something random. Select our first location. Let's let our node be public. Leave this by default. Leave this by default. Public IPv4. You might want to do that. To get your IPv4, do curl ipinfo.io and grab your IP from here. Public IPv6. You might not want to do that. Upload files size limit, I recommend you leave it by default. Daemon server file directory, I recommend that you leave it by default. And here we can set up memory configurations, or just let them be 0. We are not behind a proxy, and we will want to use SSL connections since we are using an SSL connection for our node. Now for our node, we want to create another record, node 1, for example, and we are just going to paste in the IP address, and we're going to turn off proxy. We do not want to use proxy on the node. Now make sure to save, and make sure you have DNS only for the node. Now go over here and type node1.mythicbar.net or your domain, and let's click on create node. Nice. Now we are going to see a quick setup. This is how to install the wings. We're just going to click on copy comment. We are just going to paste the comment. Now we are going to select 2 for wings. We are going to click 1 for install wings. And now it's going to tell us for production, please use SSL certificate. Let's Control C. Let's enter the installer once again. Now let's go to 4 and let's click on create a certificate number 2. Now let's put on our node mythicbar.net. It's gonna detect our public IP address. Nice. Now let's just click enter, and since we already have the DNS record, it should give us the certificate. It's gonna take a bit. Nice, we have the certificate. Now Control and C out of here. Now go back in the installer. Go back to wings, go back to install wings, and you're just gonna say yes. In the future, you will be able to configure the SSL certificate while you install wings. Then click on yes to continue, and done. We installed wings. Next, because we're using FeatherPanel, we can just do that and just click enter. Done. That's it. The node should be up. So if you go to the remote wings config, as we can see, the wings is wings is online, as we can see. Wings now is online and it works. So if we refresh, because they don't keep in count refreshes, as we can see, we are up to date and we are on the latest version of wings. As we can see, if we go to nodes, the node is going to be online. And the next thing what you might want to do is create a new allocation. Let's use a preset. Let's use our public IP, and let's open ports for Java. Let's open 100 ports for Java, and let's just click create. You can also create an alias if you want. Now we have nodes. We can just we can just get started, but let's also create some relabs. Those are nests. So let's click Minecraft and click on create relab, and after we got that, let's go over to our marketplace, let's go over to spells, and let's just search for the paper Minecraft. Let's click on install, and let's select the relab, that's Minecraft. Nice, then we have the Minecraft tag. Nice. So now we can go ahead and create a server, please. Now let's name this my funny server test. Let's select me as the owner. No script. Let's select our location, our node, and our location, which is going to be the default Minecraft port. Of course, we're going to use the Minecraft, and we're going to use Paper. We're going to use the latest version of Paper, and let it be the latest version. We are just going to give it unlimited RAM, unlimited disk space, and unlimited CPU. We are going to disable OM killer, and we are just going to click on next. We are going to give it unlimited databases, 101, 101, and 101. We are going to click on next, and we are going to create a server. Now it's installing. Now people want no databases. How to set them up in FeatherPanel? That's easy. Go back to the installer, run the installer command for FeatherPanel again, and now just press 5 for databases, just press 1 for remote databases. It's gonna ask you if you want to set up the remote databases. You're just gonna say yes. You want to install MariaDB server now? Yes, because we don't have it installed. It's gonna install the MariaDB server for us. Now in the panel, click on Add Databases. Here we are just gonna name it Node 1. We are using MariaDB, and now we are just gonna wait for this to finish. Nice. Now, as we can see, we have configured the bind to work on 0.0.0 automatically. It's gonna ask us if you want to allow MySQL to be open to the public. We need that. We're gonna say yes. And we are now gonna get our remote database credentials over here. So let's copy this, let's paste it over here. I didn't copy it the right way, 336, federal worker, and the password. Click on create databases, and as we can see, we have databases. So let's see if our server has installed, and it has. Now let's start our new server. Yeah, I know. Warning, you're not updated in a while. That's weird. Let's accept our EULA. Let's let the server start. And now to test that databases really work, let's click on databases. Let's create database. Let's choose node 1, and let's just create a test database. And as we can see, we have databases. We can export SQL, we can import an SQL, we can run a query, so we can do select show tables. Oops. Tables. As you can see, we have no tables. So databases work too. Files work as well. Backups work as well. We can create backups. Allocations, we can auto-allocate as many allocations as we want. We have subdomains that are not configured. Shuttles that are also not configured. We have to create one or import ones because you can import shuttles. We have users, startup, and settings. Basically what you would need. So yeah, now we even have the Microserver working. So thank you guys for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!